Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with a new episode of Craftymon. And today, we do need to find somewhere to build. Because I can't live on top of this one little snow block forever. Especially not when there was about 3 different zombies trying to maul me to death. So we are definitely going to be looking for somewhere new to build. But first guys, I'm going to say now, if you are new around here, please like and subscribe. Oh, who are you? I go from being like serious moment of please like and subscribe to oh wait, who are you? Oh, yeah, no thanks. So we are going to go and explore that way. Please don't. Also, guys, I've said like then I will and be like, okay, it's worth doing two episodes a week, even if that does mean dropping something like New Adventures down to once a week or stopping New Adventures for a little while. Now, I don't want to stop New Adventures because I overall do love doing New Adventures, but this is a fun new series that is actually getting views, and I have no idea where to live. Plan B. Respawn back full health and go. And we'll head over this way. See, guys, like, I've never messed around with this add-on, so everything to me is just like, oh my god, what are you? You look so cool! But look, you look like you'd instantly obliterate me in one turn. See, guys, for me, this is kind of like a dream come true. Like, I've played Pokemon since... Not since it came out, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were out when I was a kid. I didn't play them as a kid. Like, I didn't start playing Pokemon until like Sword and Shield were my first Pokemon games I'd ever played. Where are the monsters? So, and I will 100% say now, I made some of the, like, Sword and Shield, I wouldn't say hard. And I wouldn't say no Pokemon game is hard. But I made the same mistake in X and Y, yes, X and Y, that I made first time playing through Sword and Shield. And, guys, I played Sword and Shield back in 2019. And for a good 2 years, that was the only Pokemon game I ever played. I think it was like 2023 was when I first got my 3DS. Because back then I was like, I really want to play Mega. I'd never messed around with Mega Evolution. Never had. Like, Gigantamaxing was my favourite gimmick at the time, and Sword and Shield were like the best. Like, nothing's gonna beat them. I haven't played the other games. Sword and Shield is still my favourite. X and Y are my second. But at the minute, number 3 is Platinum. Now, I'm not going to go crazy stupid with a base. I'm basically going to try and do something quick, simple, and... I say quick and simple. Something that's reliable. for now. In the future, I might upgrade it. Who knows? I'm kind of thinking on that hill. But... because when I first played through Sword and Shield, I was like, how am I supposed to defeat Leon? And... I was like, okay, I'll bring the Eternatus. And I felt like that for a good while. Now it's like... go, my little... Phoenix. Okay. I don't know how many of these Craftymons I can have with me at once. But we've just caught a second. To be fair, this is kind of starting out like most of my Pokemon adventures. And by Pokemon adventures, I mean first time playing through a region. Because guys, 9 times out of 10 when I replay through a region, I'm like... okay, so... for this battle, I'm gonna need this, and... this battle's, you know, rock. I've got to fight, I could do with... you know what, Lucario is really handy. I'll go and grab it. Because, guys, 9 times out of 10, I try and stick to type diverse teams. I don't want to use the carrot, which is annoying. Because I'm going to need something to plant. Guys, if you saw anything apart... if you saw any new adventures, then you'll know exactly what this is going. Basically, I spent the first like 4 episodes of maybe 4 or 5 episodes in the adventure just being like, I'm low on health. Okay, easiest way around it. Spawn conflict, Craftymon. I made a very dumb choice. Nah guys, I'm saying now, the thumbnails are probably not gonna look. Hold on. Well, that's the thumbnail. Thumbnail thought not done, but okay, so I know what's gonna be. Also, guys, I don't know how intent. Like, I don't want to say Craftmon's gonna be hour-long episodes because they're not gonna be. Basically, for a while they might be slightly longer, but at some point they probably will turn into about 30 to 40-minute episodes. Also, at some point there will just be footage that I just don't use because it's like, okay, I'm just sitting around doing nothing. Okay, that's... hello. Place a Craftymon within 10 seconds of forfeit. Oh my god, it evolved! Meet my flying phoenix. Oh, honestly, I wasn't expecting an evolution for a few episodes. Also, I'm presuming I'm gonna need to battle with each one. That's a big question. What the hell did I do in my bed? Oh, wrong way. But we got two new ones today, which is progress. And we also got an evolution swapped out for Iron Valiant, because I wanted to use Iron Valiant. I wanted to use Iron Valiant in my playthrough team because I saw it looked really cool. I was annoyed when I found out I couldn't because it was in Area 0, and you don't unlock Area 0 until after you become champion. And so I used Lucario and Gardevoir on the team for a while. I also had a Buizel on the team for a little while, but that got swapped out. But the final team was Dustform, Lycanroc, Masquerado, Iron Valiant, Staraptor, Dragonite, and while I'm waiting for trees, I'll say big question, where the hell did I put the switch? Like, it's right there. Correction, I can't easy enough check because I decided, like, I barely ever take part in the Academy Ace tournaments, just because I don't see the point. But the last few days, I've been doing a few of them. But my final team was Dustform, Lycanroc, Masquerado, Iron Valiant, Staraptor, Dragonite, and I cannot think who the additional Pokemon was. Ceruledge. And Ceruledge ended up being my favourite Gen 9 Pokemon. Which is kind of confusing why I was like, huh? What was it? I was like, oh, it was Ceruledge. But yeah, so Ceruledge ended up being really useful. Again, Ceruledge was something that I saw and I was like, yeah, want it. That wasn't my choice between picking Masquerado, but going down to the point of, I knew I wanted Iron Valiant when I saw it. I've always loved using Gardevoir, which is annoying when you put into consideration half the stuff people do say. Especially when you chuck Lopunny and Vaporeon into that mix. Guys, I don't like those Pokemon because of some of the weird people who do. I like Gardevoir because Gardevoir's always been a cool Pokemon that has saved me in many battles. And Gallade's also really cool. But there was only like 3 Pokemon that I wanted to get to Mega Evolve during my first playthrough of Kalos. And I got to Mega Evolve 2 of them during the game and 1 of them right after it. But then I got to Mega Evolve that one during my first playthrough of Omega Ruby. And Omega Ruby is still the only the Aurus games are still the only game where I will willingly run 2 Psychic type Pokemon. Just because of how much I like the Mega Latis along with Mega Gardevoir. And hopefully you can transfer Pokemon into ZA quickly, because I have a shiny Lucario and a shiny Gardevoir that I want to Mega Evolve. Well, time to play Stand About again. So, But yeah, Cyrodiil was my favourite Pokemon using through Gen 9. But before anyone does ask, why barely in Gen 9 Pokemon? Thus far, Lycanroc's always going to be on my team. Staraptor I've used a few times during Sinnoh, and anytime I play Sinnoh. Except in Legends Arc, no. Was it on my team in Legends Arceus? No, I can't. I think I might have had a Staraptor at one point, or at least a Starly. But like, it's always been on my team through Sinnoh. Well, I know where I'm building my house. For now, set up in here. No one will mind. I'm trying to be careful not to like mess up with the path. I also need someone to plan. These, just because 3 should be enough. Guys, at some point I will move and find a better place to build. But for now, as a temporary little base, hello, you look really cool. Okay, bye-bye. See, this house probably will get knocked down. I probably will do a cobblestone floor. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's a cute little seahorse. But say, oh, what cool thing is that? And it's like, ah, that's just a fish. You're the first stage winner. So guys, whether I like the fact that this area is going to sort of get me going like, ah, or not, it's definitely going to get me being like, excuse me, sir, you can sleep in the gym, like. Homeless villager kicking me out of my bed. I suppose I should let you out. Actually, you know what? I'd rather my feet pointing towards it. Like, you know, nice warm chimbly. But I do definitely need cobblestone. And I think the perfect place to get it is just... just to start digging down. But in all honesty, I'm not going to go mining all episode. I probably will just go for a tiny bit longer. I've got a stack of cobble. Is it going to look like the best house in the world? No, it's really not. I'm not going to do cobblestone where I don't need to, so I'm not going to purposely go out of my way. But for a starter base, it's starting to look nice. Kind of. Don't judge. Basically, at some point, guys, I will 100% make a Bella house. But if anyone did see New Adventures, you'll realise it took until 20 episodes in to actually have a base to live out of. And then if anyone else has seen the recent episodes of New Adventures, you realise until recently, I was just sleeping on the bed outside. I've now made a tent when I have a nicely house right next door. I can go mining in between episodes if I need to. Or find some right now. Like at some point I will make an iron farm. I'm gonna double check to see what I need, because I think, other than iron, because I need iron for hoppers, but like I might just do a mining episode next episode. Another reason why I'm happy to have pick block as a part of my base stuff. Basically, guys, years ago I did not know about pick block. I saw it from a YouTuber called SB737 who was using it in its awesome world at the time. And ever since I saw that video, which was like 3-4 years ago, actually more than that, this was probably back in like 2016. I've used pick block ever since. We'll check the crafting table there, we'll check the furnace there, and I don't have storage, but I can check the healer there. I need glass and I need 2 more iron. Which is the reason I want to make an iron farm, because getting the iron then would not be a problem. I'm gonna go get some more cobblestone, get the base layer done. Oh, sorry, villager. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite Pokemon from each region? And if you have a particular reason why, like, let me know. I will list mine. For Generation 1 for Kanto, I'll also list what version of that region I've played. For Kanto, I played Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Again, I've never had access to a way to playing Gen 3 games in before. So Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3. I've only ever played Heart Gold, Soul Silver because I can play DS games on my 3DS. For Kanto, it's Charizard. It's basic, I know. I'd say a second would probably be... Like, second and third would probably be things like Eevee and Gyarados, because Shiny Gyarados I loved using in Heart Gold. I used a Mega Gyarados for a tiny bit through my playthrough on Alpha Sapphire. And Eevee was the starter I had in Let's Go Eevee, and Charizard was just really helpful. For Generation 2, Tyranitar. Oh great, so I really don't have those things I can hit. The reason for Tyranitar is when playing through Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I wanted one thing, and I wanted a pseudo. I love using them, and when I have the chance, I do. And the reason why I've never used a Dragonite until Generation 9's Pokemon Violet, Scarlet and Violet, I had Charizard on my team in Generation 1, its flying type overlapped with Charizard, and in the Let's Go games, because I did try and do this in Let's Go Pikachu when I was doing a Team Sky Central playthrough, because I was like, I want to do it as if I was Team Sky. And I never did complete the playthrough, someday I might, who knows. But, because you don't have the typical way of leveling up in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, you have to do it through the I'm gonna grind until nothing else sticks mode. And it's catching Pokemon and all a lot, and that gets boring at some point. As soon as this breaks, I'm making a stone shovel, a couple stone axes. So, in a Generation 3, Well, for Hoenn, it's Gardevoir slash Latios, Latias slash Blaziken. Mega Blaziken, I loved using. Gardevoir just because of the fact that I've loved Gardevoir for a good while. So, I'd say Mega Blaziken definitely was a hype, and I was so happy to use the Mega Latis. Because literally halfway through the game, Steven Stone turns up to us like, "Hey, we need to go. This Latias or Latias needs a hub. You have to save the other one." For Omega Ruby, it's the blue one because their names I get mixed up half the time. And then for Alpha Sapphire, it's the red one. Latios. I'm saying I'm weird. Don't ask me why. I've always kind of preferred the red one, just because colors. Red is one of my favorite colors. For now, I'm just going to do a nice simple little house. For Windows, I actually have a fun twist. I'm an idiot. And if we go one each, I'm basically just gonna do, like, I can get glass. Glass is not gonna be the problem getting. Now we're just going to quickly take down this door for very simple reasons of I've got a different idea. Basically my different idea is just quite frankly, if anyone saw a chicken coop I built on New Adventures, you know exactly what my different idea is, because it's basically taking what I did there but changing it slightly. I wouldn't say that's worth it. I'd say I wouldn't say any of that's actually, maybe, because I don't know how you get those otherwise. Just spread a few around. I also know what roof I'm gonna do now. See, guys, based on the fact of, like, I know how long I can basically go before I need to basically decide what do I definitely need in the episode. Because I can record for about an hour and then I can record for a straight hour, no edits, perfectly fine. And anyone who does want to see any of my content without edits, without editing at all, then may I suggest you go and watch New Adventures. Watch my Marvel Rivals, watch my Overwatch streams. Because that's the closest that I'm ever going to get to doing content like that without editing it in any form of fact. Yeah. Unfortunately for now, rotten flesh is basically all I need to keep myself alive. But what I am going to do, replace that, because why originally it looked nice, it now looks 10 times worse. Did it do 1, 2, 3, 4. For the most part, I don't actually think I'm going to need a way up to the roof. For the most part. Although what I can probably say is going to like end up happening is I'm going to go through the whole process of getting a bunch of stuff. So right now I'm going to go 6 from a little barrel inside here, which this thing is still here. I went in mine and got some cobblestone. I've got about a stack of cherry logs. So time to get to building the roof. We'll put a couple chests there. Also, kind of found something interesting out. From PlayStation side of views, I can record for about an hour before I have to restart the recording, which is handy to know. And the reason it's handy to know is quite simply, I know that after this point onwards, I get the funness of deciding what I need in and out of the video. And guys, I edit all my videos now. Damn it. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Something I didn't think I was gonna need to do, but apparently gonna need to. And that's because of how I want these. We'll see if that can go. Also, unintentionally, I've kind of made a mini mob spawn. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna try and go for a unique design for the very perspective. At some point, I probably will make a big fancier house. But for right now, all I kind of want is something simple. All I need is something simple for right now. Something that just means I can come, chuck a bunch of stuff into a thing. Down the line, I'll make a house where I've got like a dedicated storage room. Where I've got all the, things I need. Dedicated brewing room. Because I'm presuming I'm going to be able to brew health potions. Hopefully, anyway. Where I've got all of, knits and that lot. I don't know what I'm going to do about the gaps in the middle. Apparently I just have a new friend in the house. See, I grabbed what I presume would have been enough wood, but I don't know whether I did. But so far I'm kind of like how this is turning out. Now, the annoying part about building out of logs is if you want them up, then you've got to deal with this. It's a lot easier to build out of logs when they're sideways. I'm going to need more wood anyway. What I'm kind of tempted to do is get what I can done now. And I'm kind of tempted to say finish it in between episodes. Part of me doesn't want to, part of me is like, I can just get the stuff in between episodes. My bad. Also, guys, if anyone says you kicked that child out of bed, that's a tiny man, or a tiny villager. For the most part, I do kind of think that's high enough. Should be saved. Pardon me, sorry about that, guys. I keep forgetting the fact that if I'm just going to go and dry myself, may as well just do that. Guys, once I've got a solid setup, I can get chamber from him. No, that's kind of cool. Also, something that I've not actually looked into, which, if it is, I might look into. Torch tier 1, Rhinox tier 1, Sapphire trio. Okay. Copper. Basically, guys, they're making copper armor in an update. I just don't know when the update comes out. When the update does come out, I will look into it in New Adventures. Because one, New Adventures, I will have the resources to. And two, New Adventures is not necessarily more vanilla, but like it's more of a case of, oh look, we've kind of got these cool things just to mess around with, compared to Craftymon where it's like, ooh, let's come catch this, and like for the most part I'm learning how like how this add-on works, compared to New Adventures where it's like, okay, I don't need to learn how a train works. I'm not 5. I also don't need to know what happens when I put a very giant hole in the middle of the ground. I wasn't going to do this, I am now. Also, guys, if you are new around here, please like and subscribe. So it's the third time I've said it in this episode, but second time I've said, but only the first time in this part of the recording. So, guys, what I will do is, just because, as you can probably see how the house is going to turn out, I will basically finish doing the things. I might make it so I can just live up in like an attic area, I don't know. But what I will do is get the rest of the resources in between episodes, and by that I mean go and get another couple more stacks because the trees are right over there. I planted a few more down here so I didn't have to walk all the way up there. Can I have a battle with you yet? Feel my little bird. Our first battle against a trainer and we won! Okay, I've got two possible thumbnails. One... guys, I don't know which one I'm gonna go with, because there's one of a case of... me going with a case of... we're in... I get into trouble, or B, we win our first battle. I probably will go if we get into trouble, because I think it's a bit better, and we've already got the thing needs to... But... we're going to end in here on a nice little comfortable bed. And just quite simply turn around and say, thanks for watching, guys. If you are new around here, please like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.